Coming up on News 2, Kenneth Mapp takes his oath of office as the new governor of the Virgin Islands on Monday, with former Senator Osbert Potter at his side taking the oath for lieutenant governor, kicking off a new year. Meanwhile, some of the last official actions taken by Governor deJongh Jr., plus highlights from the Crucian Carnival Festival Parades, along with the winners as the celebration came to an end. Hello, welcome, Happy New Year from all of us here at News 2. Thank you for joining us on this first edition of our newscast for 2015, and we look forward to a bright and prosperous year. We thank you for your support. I'm Sandra Guman saying happy to be back, topping our newscast. Our top story, a fresh start for the new administration, inauguration. Kenneth Mapp was officially sworn in, taking the oath of office as governor of the Virgin Islands on Monday, with former Senator Osbert Potter also taking the oath at his side as lieutenant governor. Now, after thanking the public for supporting them in the election, the two outlined some of their plans for the upcoming term.
So we are here for a great and noble occasion, the changing of the guard as provided in our governing charter, the revised Organic Act of the Virgin Islands. Today we are carrying on the traditions that have been established over the years. Today we move peaceably from one administration to the next, from the 7th elected governor to the 8th. We do inaugurals because this ceremony celebrates the will of a free people to exercise their vote, to choose through a democratic process who governs. Inauguration means beginning, and today this new administration is committed to begin a new era on the foundation of building. Building for the people of the Virgin Islands, inspiring hope and constructing a better quality of life. Building to create opportunities for our youth, to provide and care for our senior citizens, and to protect and nurture the well-being of our children.
I am not just Lieutenant Governor for the Mapp Potter supporters. I am the Lieutenant Governor for every single person here in the Virgin Islands. I stand here committed and ready to work as a full partner with Governor-elect Kenneth Mapp for the next 4 years, at least. Every day that I get up and go to work over the next 4 years will be another day to do something specific to improve the quality of life for everyone here in the Virgin Islands. I plan to work extremely hard on your behalf.
Meanwhile, a military parade then kicked off following the inaugural ceremony on the waterfront. The governor and lieutenant governor made their way off the Emancipation Bandstand to their observation stand as they viewed the parade. Included were members. On Sunday, the team prepared for their tenure by attending an ecumenical service at Christ Church Methodist in Market Square, St. Thomas. The Reverend Franklin Manners and other church leaders blessed the Mapp Potter team.
But I know him, and I know that he knows where to look. As the preacher reminded us, yes, he's going to get advice from his advisors, but he knows where his supreme advisor is. He knows where to look. As the psalmist says, I will lift my eyes unto the hill, from whence cometh my help. I'm honored that he has asked me to come and say this prayer over him. Let us pray. Before Jehovah's awful throne, ye nations bow with sacred joy.
Events continued on St. Thomas late this afternoon with the inaugural luncheon and an open house reception at Government House. Here's a look at the schedule. Tonight from 9 p.m., the highly anticipated inaugural balls kick off at the Marriott Frenchman's Reef Resort and Sugar Bay Resort. Events then move to St. Croix on Tuesday 9 a.m., the inaugural service will be held at the Miracle Revival Tabernacle Church in Beeston Hill. At 11 a.m., the military parade starts in Frederickstead. At noon, a post-inaugural ceremony will be held at the bandstand in Bottle Park, Frederickstead. 1 p.m., a luncheon for dignitaries will be held and a reception at Government House. Then at 9 p.m., it's the inaugural balls at DV Carina Bay Resort, the Buccaneer Hotel, and St. George Botanical Gardens. Then final events, head over to St. John Wednesday at 11 a.m. It's the ecumenical service that will be held at Our Lady of Mount Carmel Catholic Church. At 12:30 p.m., a post-inaugural program at the Frank Powell Park in Cruz Bay. A luncheon at the Waterfront Bistro in Cruz Bay. At 2 p.m., public reception at Government House. The ball will be held at the Westin Resort. Events are open to the public, with the exception of the luncheons. Tickets must be purchased for the balls. In one of his final acts as the territory's leader, Governor deJongh pardoned 16 and commuted the sentences for 2 people serving time. The pardons and commutations were signed on December 31st. A statement from the governor's office Sunday said deJongh approved the requests based on letters of support and documents of accomplishments of the convicted. One of those pardons was for the former administrator of the government's retirement system, Willis Todman, who was convicted of fraud in 2011. On Sunday, Governor John deJongh vetoed the casino and gaming bill recently passed that would have increased the heights of casinos from 6 stories to 8 stories. deJongh, in his letter to senators, said he supports the gaming industry, but such a change should be guided by established protocols. That would include public hearings and public input. Last week, the governor also took action on a number of bills passed in the Senate's last session. He said he was not able to take action on one piece of legislation because it was not yet sent to the Government House. That is Bill number 30-520 that would allow the St. Croix Hospital Board to appoint 2 of its own members. deJongh also signed an executive order creating a new council to look at workplace health and safety concerns. The order that was signed on December 23rd creates the Virgin Islands Public Sector Occupational Safety and Health Council within the Office of the Governor. Now, the formation of this council was based on a recommendation from the federal government. The owners of Hovenza are seeking more than $200 million in tax refunds from the VI government. According to the Daily News, both Hess Oil Virgin Islands and PDVSA VI filed suits in federal court on Christmas Eve and December 29th, respectively. The lawsuits contend that the territory owes the company for taxes they overpaid between the years of 2006 to 2008. The government is in the process of changing hands, and there has been no formal response yet to this development. Well, the VI government has finally settled a case with Triangle Construction. 3 years ago, the government brought suit against the construction company for violating the VI's Plant Closing Act. After months of meetings, labor officials announced last week that they have come to an agreement over whether some of Triangle's employees were eligible for severance pay. However, there's still some dispute over the eligibility of other workers. 49 former Triangle employees need to file a claim with labor before February 15th. You can call the office for a full listing. Turning our attention overseas, a 7-year-old girl was the only one left alive after a plane crash in Kentucky. She walked nearly a mile with a broken wrist through the woods in her bare feet to get help. Her father, a former commercial pilot, was at the controls. The Indonesian Navy thinks it may have found the tail in other news of the Air Asia flight, which crashed into the Java Sea 8 days ago. The plane's black boxes are located in that section. Strong currents are keeping search and rescue teams from getting closer. Police said they have identified 4 more of the 37 bodies recovered, but 125 are still missing. Well, keeping our eye on the economy, it was a better day for automakers. Toyota, Fiat, Chrysler, Nissan, Honda, and GM all reported strong December and annual U.S. sales today. Nissan and Honda hit record numbers for the year. Ford's business was flat for the year, but it remained the top-selling brand in 2014. Well, here's the New York Stock Exchange with our stock market watch. The Dow, Nasdaq, S&P all down. The Dow 331, Nasdaq 74, S&P 37. Coming up on News 2, much more straight ahead. It was a majestic scene for Crucian Christmas Carnival as the parades ended the celebration with a bang. We'll have highlights from the parade as well as the winners. Who were your favorites? We'll be right back. Well, the Crucian Christmas Carnival wrapped up with a bang over the weekend, closing out the village and all the festivities. Two of the biggest events were the carnival parades, and hundreds turned out to either take part or watch the majestic scene unfold. News 2's Erica Parsons has some of the highlights.
The sights and sounds from both the children's and adults parades were breathtaking. From the troops and floops to the bands and floats, it was truly a majestic scene for 2015. The parades began each with the Grand Marshal first, and then royalty followed with a brief ceremony to honor this year's parade marshals.
Mr. Jackson, it is my pleasure on behalf of the festival and the committee to give to you a plaque that says Crucian Christmas Carnival 2014-2015, Reynold Rookie Jackson, Grand Marshal, Children's Parade, for your dedication to the St. Croix youth. Congratulations. By the Crucian Christmas Carnival 2014-15, Hans Panchi Larson, Grand Marshal Adults Parade, for your historical contributions to the St. Croix Festival, and I have to add, to the St. Croix community. Thank you very much.
Then it was fun en masse as music filled the air from the sweet sounds of pan music to the live horns of marching bands and the endless rhythms and song from local bands. There were majorettes in costumes with sequin and satin at every turn. And smiles for days to end the Crucian Christmas Carnival parades. Erica Parsons, News 2.
And here are the winners from both parades. From the children's parade, Solid Elements took the top spot for troops under 50. Probably Lawson School won for troops over 50. For the cheerleaders, Arthur Richards' Sizzling Sun Cheerleading Squad, they came out on top. Sparkle Light Twirlers were chosen as the best majorette group. Ricardo Richards School Mukajumbis won the Best Mukajumbis category, and the Elena Christian Simbas won the Best Steel Pan category. For the adults parade, Gentlemen of Jones came out on top for the Best Floop, and the Simply Sophisticated Fun Troop won for troop over 200. For troops between 100 and 200, Lockhart and Associates took the top spot. UMB won for troops under 100. In the category of floats, the VI Friendship Nativity Scene won that honor. The Guardians of Culture Mukajumbis won the Best Mukajumbi category, and the St. Croix Masqueraders, they took the top spot for the Masqueraders category. Rising Stars won the Best Steel Pan category, and for Road March, Fusion Band won with their Clear the Road song. Well, in other news, kicking off the brand new year, the territory welcomed the first baby of 2015 on St. Croix on Thursday. Little Bruce Perea III was born just after midnight on New Year's Day at 12:06 a.m. to parents Shaniqua Brewster and Bruce Perea Jr. Hospital officials presented the pair with a car seat and stroller, gold bracelet from the Love Kids organization, and a gift from the Democratic Party of St. Croix. Little Bruce is the parents' firstborn, and he weighed 7.8 ounces and was 22 inches long. Both his parents said they were very excited to have him, especially after 2 days of being in labor. Congratulations to the family. Governor Juan Luis Hospital and Medical Center recently received a pledge of $50,000 from the David Johnson partner at Cane Bay VI LLLP towards the renovation of its Women and Children's Center, a labor and delivery area in the St. Croix Hospital. CEO Dr. Kendall Griffith commended Johnson for his generosity and community stewardship. The Women and Children's Center is an area for families to bond and for medical and nursing staff to assist new mothers and young infants during a very important time. In one of his last actions as governor of the Virgin Islands, Governor John deJongh signed a memorandum of understanding between the Department of Human Services and UVI for the establishment of a child care research partnership aimed at improving the quality of child care services in the territory. It formalizes a detailed agreement between both parties based on a joint proposal submitted to the Federal Administration for Children and Families and resulting grant awarded to the Department of Human Services. The memorandum is retroactive to September 30th, 2013 and expires on September 29th, 2017. Well, it states that the Virgin Islands government will pay UVI $934,000 for research. Well, be sure to stick around. Your News 2 AccuWeather forecast is coming up next.